There is a wind blowing through believers. It's blowing through many lands. And there was a time when we had orthodoxy. We had Orthodox believers in Yeshua, Orthodox Jews, Orthodox of all sorts. Terry Kazis, recently deceased, who was one of the right-hand men of Saddam Hussein, just died, and he was the only one in the cabinet in Iraq who was a so-called Orthodox believer. And he was from this background, the old Orthodox congregations of the past. But there is something happening. Orthodoxy is like you go to the orthodontist to straighten your teeth. Ortho is the straight doctrine. Doxy is the doctrine, the straight doctrine. Friends, before the Lord appears, before Yeshua is returning to the earth, there's going to be a great onset of people running around practically like cockroaches, and they do not have sound beliefs. They're going to be shattered by everything happening in the world. They're going to be frightened. They're going to want to hide under their beds because they don't have right belief. And Rabbi Paul, formerly Shaul, who was trained by Gamliel, who understood this very clearly. We have one of his assistants, his protege, Timotheus, and we see in this book that from a child, Timotheus was made known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make him wise to salvation through emunah in Yeshua. All Scripture, the Devar Adonai, is given by inspiration of Adonai and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished to all works. Because in the last days, many will come and they will not endure orthodoxy. They will, after their own lusts, they will heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they'll turn their ears from the truth and be turned to fables. Now, friends, the wind that's blowing, I believe, is not orthodoxy anymore. It's heterodoxy, where people think that they can just make up something, they can just go along with whatever, and they can go in an undisciplined manner and disregard the Holy Scriptures, because along with doctrine comes the knowledge of the Holy Scriptures. And if someone's off in left field with their doctrine, they also are disregarding the Scriptures. It's both. You don't have anybody who's all messed up in their beliefs who really knows their Bible. So I encourage everyone to seek the Scriptures. Go through the Scriptures. There is no substitute for you being balanced in the faith. There is no substitute for going to one house of the Lord, going and partaking of the Lord's table, going there and sharing together and being accountable to the resources and life of the congregation. So I encourage people to get balanced again, to get sound again, and don't run after everything you hear, because it just might not be orthodox. It might be heterodoxic.